Hi, this is Joe Angley with Metro City Realty. Just going into this beautiful listing we have here in Sanford, Florida. And this listing reminded me of the first time that I bought a home. I bought a four-bedroom, one-bath home in Buffalo, New York that was built in 1906, actually. And so I thought I would share with you my first-time home buyer story while I looked through this amazing property. We're in this beautiful kitchen. This was just redone with the beautiful wood cabinets. The kitchen that I bought and the home I bought was, I think, built in about, I think the kitchen probably was remodeled in the 1930s, and it sure looked like it. And that house was a doozy. I tell you what, the house had a fire in it, and with that fire, they had just wallboarded over the, I think, the horsehair plaster walls that had been burned up. The heat in that home ran all the time. It was so cold in the winter. Of course, it's Buffalo, New York, and it was so cold that it just ran around. My electric bill was crazy. I had one small kid at the time, my oldest son now, and he lived with us, and he would go out in the snow and jump around and come back inside. It was a lot of fun, but that house took a lot of work. It was a DIY kind of project for us to work on. One of the lessons I learned when I bought my first home was to make sure that you get a really good property inspector to come in and help you out. I had hired one, but I don't think he did a very good job, because afterwards I noticed that there were tree branches growing out of the roof. The other thing I noticed about that property was that the basement would flood every time it rained or when it snowed, and it started to melt a little bit, the basement would flood, and that was a disaster. Every time it rained out in the wintertime, we had to go down and pump out the basement. Ridiculous, right? So when you buy your first home, make sure that you get a good home inspection and you know what you're getting. First time home buying seminar, we'll go over things like getting a home inspection and how to get a mortgage and what to look for when you are talking with a mortgage banker. We're going to talk about how to select a realtor and what their process is like. You know, how do you work with a realtor? We know that one of the concerns that many people have is that when they purchase a home and then they go to sell it and they lose money. And that certainly has been something to be aware of that's happened over the last 5 or 6 years. So what we're going to do in our seminar also is teach you how to avoid that problem. We're going to teach you how to be a smart buyer and how to avoid losing money in your real estate deal. So we look forward to seeing you at our webinar, and hopefully we'll have a good time and teach you a lot of things. So we look forward to seeing you. Thanks so much. Again, this is Joe Angley. I'm with Metro City Realty in Orlando, Florida. Wishing you a great day and see you at the webinar.